So it was for the Universal Championship, and it's happening in an Extreme Rules match, finally a stipulation. So this is a Roman Reigns versus the Demon Finn Balor, and commentary brought up how the Demon is undefeated in WWE. I think he has
Why
one
did you
loss.
say that?
I think he has one loss.
No, WWE means the main roster. NXT is not WWE. You can't consider NXT to be part of WWE. He's beaten by Joe once on NXT, but that doesn't count. On the main roster, he's unbeaten, apparently till now, not anymore.
But yeah, man, they had a match. It was fun, chaotic, typical WWE style main event. Was really enjoying it. Like, and then we get to the finish. Then things happened. But if you want to exclude it, I think it was a good enough match. What do you think about it?
Yeah. If you exclude the ending, the way it ended, I think this was a perfect match. Roman and Balor have great chemistry. We've seen that over the years. Every single match they have has been awesome. And adding the demon dynamic made it difficult for WWE itself. They've been doing these matches again and again where they don't know who to allow to win and who to give a loss to. Because you're putting yourself in a difficult situation. Keith Lee versus Karrion Cross. Keith Lee has lost the previous week. Karrion Cross has lost the previous week. Who do you give the win to? You just give it to Karrion Cross next week. Keith Lee gets the win. It's stupid booking. So in this week, Roman Reigns and Finn Balor, awesome match, and they had to bring the Demon because Reigns and Balor had a normal match on SmackDown. You can't have that rematch, even though WWE loves rematches, but they can't have that on a pay-per-view main event. Demon was invincible. He was looking great. Roman was playing heel to the crowd perfectly. Every single time Balor was trying to bring a table out, Roman would push the table back in, under the ring, and that was perfect. That was improvisation at its best. The crowd really wanted tables, and he didn't give it to them. So Balor was looking really strong, and the fact that towards the end, I was on the edge of my seat and thinking, "Oh my God, Roman Reigns is going to lose the title." The fact that that was possible to put into my mind is great because it was predictable that Roman would win. But everyone was looking towards the end. How would it end? People thought the demon can't lose fair. So what's going to happen? The last few moments where the Usos attack the demon puts Jay or Jimmy, one of them, through the announcement table, spear through the barricade, demon music hits, demon rises up. Awesome. Everything is going really well, and the fact that Roman wore a mask entering the crowd just damn the situation and the match. He left the WrestleMania 36 due to the pandemic. He wore a mask because he's inside the crowd with people. So good move. And
I don't
coming
know
back,
if
that
it was that, or was he being trying to be a prick here by wearing the mask. But
no, I
anyways,
don't think so.
for some reason I really laughed when he wore that mask and just started beating Bella through the crowd.
Yeah, it was funny, but I think it was the COVID reasons because in the ring you're surrounded by people but not very close, and the wrestlers are vaccinated. But in the crowd, you just don't know. So they were in too close proximity to the people. So good move that Roman wore it and kept himself safe. But the spear through the barricade was amazing. Balor becoming Alexa Bliss and rising up was amazing. And then Roman doesn't jump a lot, even his spear cells and all. But when it was difficult. How can you drop kick someone and he falls on the table? So it was a difficult spot to do, but Reigns jumped onto the table. Then the crap that happened in the end. Balor on the top rope, and the top rope breaks. How? Is it the Fiend coming back? Is it Alexa Bliss? What is happening? How can that happen? So you're probably telling us, and this is the worst time to do something like this because how do you book a match where none of the superstars can lose? AEW style time limit. And at the same time, you have Roman and Balor. Nobody can lose. You break a rope and pin Roman. And even after the rope break, Balor wasn't hurt. He was shocked to see what happened. So I hope on SmackDown they give us a reason why that happened. not just malfunction. They give us a reason. Okay, the energy of the demon was too high, and the crowd was super over during this moment. That, oh my god, the demon might really beat Roman Reigns. But then spear to Balor, the match ends, and a lot of hate coming Roman's way for this, because they feel like every single match of his is predictable. But that is wrestling. If a lot of title reigns have happened like that, CM Punk's 434-day reign, did you really believe Big Show would dethrone him? So predictability has to be there in wrestling. That's not a problem. But if, as we talked about in the start, remove the ending, it's a match of the year.
Anyways, let's talk about the highlights here. Like you said, Demon was made to look like an actual threat, and we also saw some good callbacks which were made for good storytelling. Like there was this point where I think Roman Reigns speared or Superman punched, I don't know. So he went for the pin. Balor, he
Yeah.
kicked out, but he low blowed Reigns at the same time. So this has been a Roman Reigns thing for a while now in his entire run in the last year. So that was really good. So as we get to the final parts, the match is really getting chaotic. Fans are into it. I really love the table spot. Fans wanted table throughout the night. When Balor introduced it, Roman decided no, just don't give the fans a table, and he decided to just don't give the people what they want. Fantastic job by Roman. So like I said, the match is really getting intense, really entertaining, and we see the Usos getting involved. And this happened where Balor really hit the coup de grace, and we thought, yes, there is a chance he could get the victory, but here comes the Usos, and I'm like, yeah, this would make sense. But he is the demon now, Balor. So he beats up both the Usos. He power bombs. I think it was Jimmy through the table, and from out of nowhere, Roman comes in, hits a giant spear through the barricade, and fans are chanting, "This is awesome!" And then we hear the demon music, the intro of the demon heartbeat, the duck 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 duck, that coming in, and for some reason Balor, reacted to that heartbeat. His whole body started, shaking through the beats of the, heartbeats. And I'm like, is he the demon Finn Balor or is he Papa Shango? What's happening here? So
Is
then,
Lily Valor.
so then the music, really kicks in, and he becomes this monster demon, whatever you call it, and goes fully crazy on Roman. He drop kicks Roman through his laid out table, and his Roman is in the ring. Fans are really reacting this, and Balor, he heads to the top, going for the second coup de grace. Really, soaking in the moment. Fans are really invested, and then all of a sudden, the rope collapses. He falls to the mat. Everybody's losing their mind, and Roman would end up with a big spear, and that's how the match ended. This is a stupid finish, but I won't compare it to the other stupid finishes we have seen in recent memory.
Yeah, because if you have to finish the match clean, because Roman isn't winning unfair, not unfair, Roman isn't winning any unclean matches till now. Every single match he's won has been a guillotine choke or a pinfall or a submission. So he can't win by DQ or something. And they have got enough hate for the Hell in a Cell 2019 finish. So they can't do this again. So it wasn't a bad finish, to be honest, because I don't think the demon looked weak in this finish. The fact that after falling from the top rope, he wasn't hurt, but he was shocked. He was just looking at the top rope, like, what happened? So maybe it's some new entity, maybe Mi Ying coming in, Tian Sha coming in, something is happening, but he didn't look weak. So that's the main takeaway from this, that Roman retained his title. He didn't, have a DQ finish or something. The demon looked strong, and he's going to move on to Lesnar. But what is going to be next for Balor? That's the main point. Balor isn't going to have a rematch anymore. The normal Finn Balor lost, the demon Finn Balor lost. What's going to be next for Finn? That's going to be the talking point.
At the end of the day, when they announced the crown jewel match with Lesnar, the Finn Balor was an afterthought after that.
Yeah, they shouldn't have announced that. That is a stupid move. Even though they wrote in the caption that it's still not for the title, it might be a non-title match. We know it's for the title. You cannot have Lesnar Reigns without a title. After in MSG, Lesnar said, "I'm coming after the Universal title." So what's the hurry? Who was waiting for that? We knew that match was happening. We weren't waiting like, okay, when's the green and golden poster coming out of Lesnar and Reigns? You could have had immediately on SmackDown after Extreme Rules. So really bad, but I'm hoping that Finn Balor has a great future because many were questioning the decision to bring him back to the main roster, but they've booked him well till now, putting him in the major feud instantly. So let's see what happens. But Roman is obviously going to move on to Lesnar now, and that's going to be a great feud. Roman Lesnar and Heyman dynamic is always great. So I'm happy that Reigns retained, but yeah, a bit tricky situation for Finn Balor.
They have to come up with a good explanation of what they did here.
Yeah, because it's not going to be like malfunction. It's going to be a specific reason why this happened. And I would love if it's a new character that has come in and taken out Finn Balor. If that's the case, then brilliant. You can have a next major feud. But if that's not the case, it's just a malfunction, stupid. No matter who you are, our future is